Today's topic is subject and predicate, and I taught this in live class also, and it is equally beneficial for both because sometimes you may not listen to my voice, and sometimes my video is not coming due to poor connectivity. So everybody is advised to watch this video very carefully. All right. So here you can see. I am going to start. Let's start now. Now look at this sentence number 1. You can see this sentence number 1. What is written there? Ram is writing a letter. Ram is writing a letter. And now look at the second sentence. Akbar was a great king. Then third one, children are studying in online class. And the next one, Amitabh Bachchan is tested corona positive. Now what we will do, we will ask a question with the help of who, and we make a question by who. Now you can see Ram is writing a letter. So who is writing a letter? Who is writing a letter? Then the answer will come Ram. And in the next sentence you see, if I say Akbar was a great king, who was a great king? Akbar. Now in the next sentence you see, children are studying in the online class. So who is studying in the online class? Children. So now the last sentence, who is tested corona positive? Amitabh Bachchan. Now in this way we can see, then when we ask a question with a sentence by using who, then we get our subject. So now again we see the first sentence, Ram is writing a letter. So which action is happening in this sentence? Ram is writing a letter. Which action is happening? Writing is happening here. And who is writing? Ram is writing. So in this way we can easily understand that what actually the subject is. So let's go for our next thing, that is, what is a subject? What is a subject? Subject is the doer of the action. You can see the previous slide. In this you can see Ram is writing a letter. To writing is the action here, and who is doing the action? Ram is doing the action of writing. Okay. And in the next sentence you see, children are studying in the online class. So who is studying in the online class? What action is happening here? Studying in online class. This action is happening, and who is doing this action? This action is done by children. So this action is done by children. So children is the subject. So in this way we can say that subject is the doer of the action in a sentence. What is the subject? What is the subject? Subject is the doer of the action in a sentence, and subject is what about which the whole sentence talks. All right. So from here you can see that this can be clearly visible. We can understand that subject is the doer of the action and about which the whole sentence talks. Means here if you see, then Akbar was a great king. The whole sentence is talking about Akbar. It is telling about the quality of Akbar. So Akbar becomes the subject here. I hope it is clear to you. So whether it's a doer of the sentence, means some action is happening in Akbar was a great king. There is no action happening. Somebody is telling about Akbar. Okay, Akbar was a great king. So this sentence tells you about what kind of a king was Akbar. Akbar was a great king. So there is no action in Akbar was a great king. There is no action. It's a factual sentence. So in this sentence, the sentence talks about what? About whom it is talking? It is talking about Akbar. So Akbar becomes the subject, and Ram is writing a letter. So Ram is doing some action. Ram is doing the action of writing a letter. So Ram is the doer of the action in this sentence. That's why it is the subject here. So I hope it is clear to you. In the third sentence, children are studying. Children are doing the action of studying in the online class. So that's why the children are the subject here. and Amitabh Bachchan is tested corona positive. This sentence tells you about who is tested corona positive, Amitabh Bachchan. So it is telling you about Amitabh Bachchan. That's why it is the Amitabh Bachchan is the subject in fourth sentence. So from these two things, it is clear that the subject may be the doer of the action, and second thing, about whom the whole sentence talks. So in this way, we can easily understand that subject in a sentence is the doer of the action, or the whole sentence talk about it, that is a subject. Now I hope the subject is clear. Now coming to the next part, that is predicate. What actually is the predicate? The remaining part of the sentence except subject. Means whatever part remains after we separate the subject from it, that will become predicate. Suppose that Ram is a subject here. Now the remaining part is writing a letter. This will be what? This will be the predicate part. I hope it is clear to you. From is to the writing part. Is writing a letter full. From is to the letter. Is writing a letter. This whole is a predicate part, as the Ram is the subject and the is writing is the predicate part. So I told you that other than subject, the remaining part is predicate. So in this way you can see Akbar was a great king. Akbar is a subject, and remaining from was a great king, the whole will become predicate. So this will be the predicate part. Was a great king, it will become the predicate part. Now look at the next sentence, third sentence. Children are studying in the online. You understood that who is studying? Children are studying. Children become subject, and are studying in the online class. It is what? It is the predicate part. Now coming to the last sentence, the fourth one. Amitabh Bachchan is tested corona positive. Now in this you can see Amitabh Bachchan is becomes the subject. The who is tested corona positive? Amitabh Bachchan. Then the remaining part from is up to this positive, this whole, this will be the predicate part. I hope it is clear to you. So in this way we can understand that the part of the sentence other than subject except subject, means leaving the subject, the remaining part of the sentence is what? Predicate. And also there is one quality of the predicate, that the part that tells about the subject. The predicate tells what? Predicate tells you about the subject. So other part of the sentence that tells about the subject is called a predicate part. Now one most important thing that is to keep in mind here is this, that verb is always the part of a subject. You know about the verbs. Verbs are of two types, helping verbs and main verbs. Helping verbs, auxiliary verbs, they are, we can say is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had. These are helping verbs. Okay, we all know about them. Is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, do, does, did, will, would, shall, should, can, could. We all know about this. These are the helping verbs. We all have used about them. So these are the helping verbs, and the main verbs are the action words like reading, writing, reading, writing, jumping, eating, sleeping, whatever, any kind of action that you do, they comes under the category of main verb. So the verb, what? Whether it's a main verb or it's a helping verb, verb is a part of predicate. So you need to keep in mind that verb will come in predicate part. I hope it is clear to you. Now you need to solve some exercises. So I hope this is clear to you. Now subject and predicate is crystal clear to you, that doer of the action in a sentence is a subject, and the remaining part of the sentence that tells you about the subject is called predicate, and verb is a part of predicate. Now let's go to the exercises there. The first exercise says you to circle the subject. Here it is, Mohan is doing his homework. You can see this. So who is doing the homework? Mohan. So circle the Mohan. Simple. Awasthi sir is our new English teacher. So who is your new English teacher? Can you tell? Yes, Awasthi sir. So then ask a question with who? With the help of who? WHO, who? Make a question by who in a sentence. Whenever you find a sentence, make it a question with the help of the word who, and you will easily get your subject. Like for example, if you see, where are you going? Where are you going? Here now this is another kind of subject. In this, Mohan is doing the homework. So who is doing the homework? Mohan. You easily find out this is Mohan subject. Mr. Awasthi is our new English teacher. Who is our new English teacher? Mr. Awasthi. So that is easy. Now look at, this is another kind of sentence. This is an interrogative sentence. You can see this. Where are you going today? Question mark. On the last turn I told you about the kind of sentences, and that I told you that there are certain kinds of sentences. This is an interrogative sentence. Where are you going? So where is an interrogative word? Where is an interrogative word? It can't be a subject. Are is a verb. Verb is a part of predicate. Verb cannot be a subject. And what? So, and going is a verb. So we find you here. So you is the subject here. From this, and you is a pronoun. From here we can say one more thing, that subject, what a subject, for this purpose I can tell you this something, that this subject may be either noun or pronoun. This is also another quality of subject, that it may be noun or pronoun. Subject, this is another quality of a subject. Subject may always be either a noun or a pronoun. So here you is a pronoun, and it comes, and it will be the subject here. Now this is what our interrogative sentences. Now come to the fourth sentence. This is go to the school in time. This is imperative sentence. Yesterday I told you about the imperative sentences, that gives you certain kind of command. So in these kind of sentences, if they say you circle the subject, there is no subject. There we find no subject. Go to school. Go is a part of verb, and school is telling. So there is no subject. So here here there is a subject called you, and that is hidden. Like somebody says to go to school in time, it means it is saying to you that you go to school in time. For example, if I say to you, bring me a glass of water, it means that somebody is saying you bring me a glass of water. So you is what? A hidden subject in these kind of sentences, that is called imperative sentences. So in these kind of sentences, you remains the hidden. If they say you to circle it, you is not written, so we can't circle anything. But if somebody asks you that what can be the subject in this, so you can tell that you may be the hidden subject here in these imperative sentences. In imperative sentences, you may be the hidden subject. I hope it is clear to you. So these are what the things that you need to keep in mind, that whenever somebody asks you about the subject in an imperative sentence, then you can easily tell that this subject is what? You is a hidden subject in imperative sentences. What is you? Now you see the next sentence, that is all the students are playing. So here somebody say ask the question, who are playing? All the students. So all the students will become the subject here, and the remaining part will become predicate. I hope it is clear to you. Now coming to the next exercise number 2, complete the sentences by adding suitable subject. Now you can easily complete it by so supplying the suitable subject is a famous cricketer. You can fill your own choice cricketer. In the live class, some of the children were saying Virat Kohli, some were saying Sachin Tendulkar, some were saying MS Dhoni. So whosoever you like, you can fill at your own, isn't it? So you can fill it at your own. If in any exercise it is asked to you that supply a suitable subject, then you can supply at your own choice. But you need to keep in mind that the subject should satisfy the verb. For example, is our Prime Minister, so Mr. Narendra Modi is our Prime Minister. You can see, don't open the door. There is no need of a subject. So there is no need of any subject there. So there is no need to make and write something, because they don't need any subject, because the subject you is hidden in such kind of sentences, imperative sentences. Now fourth one, are good for health. Now you cannot say like milk. Some student in the live class say milk are good for health. We can't use are for milk. We can use only is. Okay, for these material nouns. Milk is good for health, but here it is are is given, so you need to search a suitable subject that will satisfy this verb. So you can say fruits, plural subject is needed because the verb is plural, so subject is also needed, what? Plural. So you can write, many students give the answer fruits. So fruits are good for health, and you may write yoga asanas are good for health, and exercises are good for health. Means subject should be plural and it should satisfy the verb. And speak the truth. You may write, you may add in always speak the truth, but that's not a subject actually. Always is not a subject, but you can write always speak the truth. But if you don't write, then that's not needed. You may cross it also. Okay. So always cannot be treated as a subject, because always is an adverb that you will learn in the later stages. So here also you can make a cross there and speak the truth. This sentence needs no subject, because it's an imperative sentence. You is hidden there. Don't open the door. This is also imperative. That also don't need any subject. Okay, and for others you can supply at your own. And in this way, this exercise is also over. Now coming to the next exercise of ours, that is supply a suitable predicate. Predicate means, I told you, predicate is a part that tells you about the subject, and it also contains the verb, helping verb and main verb both. Now here you can see the subject is given to you, the sun. Now you can tell something about the sun. The sun is very hot. Some children were saying the sun is a star. And some students were saying that the sun is the only star in our galaxy. Okay, the sun is very hot. Okay, so in this way you can make your own sentences. So by supplying the predicate part, like the book, some students gave the answer to today's class. The book is very costly, and some students were saying that the book is very interesting. And somebody was saying the book is written by me. So in this way you can make your own sentences by supplying the suitable predicate. Like in the next sentence you see very few friends. So very few friends help in needy time. Okay, and very few friends help in hard times. Very few friends are true friends. In this way you may complete this by supplying suitable predicate. And you also keep in mind that the verb is a part of predicate. You may also supply a suitable verb. Now, for example, like we is there. We can't write we is going to Kanpur. Okay, we need to write we are going to Kanpur. Or some student was saying we are the students of Awasthi sir. One student today in today's class she mentioned. So in this way you can complete like we are the students of Army Public School Fatehgarh. Okay, like we are playing cricket. Anything you can complete this sentence by supplying suitable predicate. And but keep in mind the appropriate verb that will satisfy the subject. Like I need am. I am a student of class 5. Like I have 5 cars, or I have eaten my lunch. Okay, in this way you can complete it. I hope it is clear to you, and you can now solve all the exercises given in your grammar book, and then you will post it in our work group, that is our English work group, and there you will post it. Thank you. So in this way this chapter is over, and you will post the work in your group. Okay, bye, take care, have fun, and stay safe.